Hi guys and welcome to another FIFA 22 video, and today guys I'm going to be giving you my team of the group stage predictions video. We can expect this promo to start this Friday. Apparently a few certain cards have already kind of been put into the codes for the game, and this is like the usual time of the year when we tend to get the team of the group stage promo. It's usually only a 1 week promo that kind of happens before Footmas or Foot Freezes, what it was known last year, which will probably come in the second weekend of December. So this should just be a 1 week promo with probably maybe 2 mini teams released throughout the course of the promo. So maybe, one team on the Friday and then like a second team on the Tuesday. So this video will feature about 7 or 8 Champions League cards, a few Europa League and Conference League cards as well. Let me guys know if you agree with these and agree with the upgrades that I have given to them as well. I've done this with the predictions for what I think we'll see in Friday's team, still with the potential for a team then to come maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday the following week once the promo has already started, or maybe over the weekend they might kind of release batches of like 3 or 4 cards that they kind of tended to do with every promo so far. But yeah, it should be coming this Friday, and it should be pretty exciting. But obviously these cards will not be live upgrades. They'll just be cards that are obviously players who performed well so far in the group stage, which is almost finished. So we start off with the 87 rated. It's Sebastian Haller. I'm going to try and make sure that I don't waffle on too much about these players and try and keep it straight to the point, otherwise this video will be way too long. Haller with Ajax has been absolutely fantastic. Ajax, I think, already guaranteed to finish top of their group. He's been their main scorer for them. I've gone with a 6 racing increase for him. These cards don't usually tend to follow the normal inform upgrade process. EA kind of tend to bump up their cards a little bit more, and this guy's an 84 rated in the promo just simply wouldn't be good enough. They've got to bump up his card quite a bit, so going to an 87, maybe even to an 88 rated, I think is needed for Sebastian Haller. As an 87 or as an 88, he'd be an alright target man, I suppose. Lewandowski, who I think finished second in the Ballon d'Or when he probably did deserve to win it last night. I don't personally agree with Messi winning it, but it's the way it is. Yeah, but of course, once again, he's been absolutely fantastic for Bayern Munich so far, and Bayern Munich, as well, finishing top of their group guaranteed. They've got a final game to go up against Barcelona, which you probably fancy them to probably win that game. Now, I've gone with a +2 upgrade for him. I don't think EA would just do a +1 upgrade, for people who are like 91, 92 rated base cards. I think EA will go to a +2 on them. They might just do a +1 upgrade, but I feel because, usually do a +1 for just the informs, but because it's like a bit of a special promo, I think they might go out a little bit more of a +2 upgrade to him. Of course, with surely a team of the year to follow in about 7 weeks time. Of course, when team of the year comes out as like a 99 rated, which is going to be insane. But yeah, he'll be pretty good. Diaz from Porto. Porto aren't guaranteed to go through. They could, I think, still finish bottom of their group, but he has been one of the main stand-up players in the group of death, for this season, of course, alongside Liverpool, AC Milan, and I can't even remember the other team that's in Atletico as well, but yeah, he's been great for them. We've seen EA so far in, for a lot of the promos that we've seen, EA had tended to include a lot of players, maybe 1, 2, 3 players in each promo from teams, in Liga NOS, in the Eredivisie, championship and stuff like that. So I think Diaz has got a good chance of getting in there as this one. As an 86 rated, he'd be very good, a +3 upgrade on his info, maybe even as an 87 rated. But Cancelo for Manchester City, Mahrez, Sterling, Jesus have also got a fairly decent shout, but I think Cancelo's been fantastic. It will be another card. I know his goal card is positioned as a right back, but this one, just like his inform, should be played as a left back because he's played, I think, all the games so far as a left back in the Champions League, maybe with the exception of 1 game or whatever. But yeah, as an 89 rated, he'd actually rival the road to the knockout Robertson cards, which is due to go to a 90 rated. He's already been given 1+ upgrade there. Robertson, we're waiting for the final upgrade to come, but yeah, as an 89 rated, he'd be very, very nice. Goncalves from Sporting Lisbon would be another Liga NOS player that I think is a very good shot going there, and also as a position change, he's put a lot of his games as a central base player, not compared to his normal base card, which is as an out wide player in the right wing position. But he's played a lot of his games so far in the Champions League in a central position. He's been fantastic for them. He's had scored a bunch of goals, I think, in their win against Dortmund. He scored 2 goals in that 3-1 win against them. He was fantastic for them. So as an 85 rated as a central card, he'd probably play better as a central card rather than out wide. He'd be really, really good, even just like an 85 rated. I've gone with Cristiano Ronaldo going in there as a 94 rated. He just has to get in. I mean, Bruno Fernandes has also provided 6 assists, to be fair. It's either going to be him or Fernandes, or potentially both could get in there, but I think EA might kind of stick to one team from each club. But they might make exceptions. But Ronaldo, listen, they aren't going through this group if it wasn't for him. Okay, Fernandes has had 6 assists, but at the end of the day, Ronaldo has motivated, has lifted that team on so many occasions. And when they've needed a goal in a lot of their games, he's been the one to come up with it. He's been the one to start off the comeback. So he's going to get in there, in my opinion. And then another 94 rated, Mohamed Salah, again, being fantastic for Liverpool in the Champions League. Absolutely brilliant. Mane, Trent, even Henderson have also been really good. Thiago, of course, that fantastic goal for him against Porto last week. But no, Salah's still been our best player so far in the Champions League, and I think he has to be recognised. It's a shame because I've got his Player of the Month cards, so I kind of would rather another Liverpool player get in there. But let's be honest, he'll be getting a Team of the Year as well, won't he? Probably come January, or should deserve to be in Team of the Year. So I think if this card does come, I personally would just keep using the Player of the Month until Team of the Year does come out, and then hopefully if he's in that, I'd then upgrade to the Team of the Year. But yeah, 94 rated Mohamed Salah, absolutely brilliant. Vinicius Jr. has already had 2 informs in the game, and I think he deserves to be given a Team of the Year group stage card. It's him or Benzema that gets in there. I've gone with Vinicius Jr. out of the two of them. I think EA probably will see Vinicius, and a lot of people may argue this is a bad thing, but EA will look at it like this. They'll look to try and get in, a lot of, not with every case, but they do like to kind of get in players that they know are going to sell a little bit better. And to be fair, Benzema, is still pretty good in this game, but he had recently a flashback SBC, he's had other really, really recent cards, a lot more recent than Vinicius Jr., I think. So I think EA are more likely to go for him, and he would still deserve to be in there. He's been fantastic. 87 rated plus 2 upgrade on his 85 cards. He would be absolutely unreal. Reece James as a right wing back, 87 rated, a plus 3 increase on his inform cards. Yeah, again, he's been great for Chelsea, hasn't he? Who are guaranteed to finish top of their group with the likes of Juve and Malmo and stuff like that. But 87 rated for him, he'd be fantastic. Aside from shooting, that card is absolutely amazing. And then we finished with the 87 rated Gerard Piqué. Now, of course, Barca, there's a very decent chance that Barca probably don't go through because they got a final game away to Bayern Munich, and Benfica play their final match against Kiev. If Benfica win and Barca lose, Benfica go through and Barcelona would go out. Now, those games aren't played until after this promo does start, and I think based on what we've seen so far, purely because Barcelona are still in a position right now to currently go through, I think Piqué, they have kept a few clean sheets, mainly against Kiev, but he has had a few good performances. He'd be a cool throwback player, at least in my personal opinion. There is also Memphis Depay, Ansu Fati or whatever, but I'd argue that Piqué's been more consistent out of the 3 of them. I think he's been their best player so far, and it'd be nice for him to get a card. Or if he doesn't for this promo, no doubt he'll get a flashback card at some point, won't he? But yeah, 87 rated there for Gerard Piqué. Maybe usable. Not in high-end foot champs, but maybe it's a bit of a fun card for division rivals or whatever. He could be usable. Onto the Europa League. Now, we know that EA won't give many cards for the Europa League or for the Conference League compared to the Champions League. We saw that, of course, with the road to the knockout promo, but Daka from Leicester has been fantastic for them. It looks like Leicester will be able to go through in the end. He go from a 77 to an 83 rated cards. Now, I know he hasn't got the best pace, the best passing or the best dribbling, but a lot of people would still want this card. I remember a lot of people wanted his gold card at the start of the game. A lot of people would try and go for this 83 rated. He might be alright to be able to use in game. Toko-Ekambi is the top goal scorer so far in the Europa League with 6 goals. Lyon have scored loads of goals in their game so far. Slimani as well also has a bit of a chance to maybe get in there as well, but I've gone with Toko-Ekambi because he is the top goal scorer, and I think it'd be weird if EA didn't include the top goal scorer in the Europa League in the promo. It just wouldn't make sense. So surely he'll get in there. He's played in many different positions. He's played as a right winger, he's played as a striker, he's played left wing, so who knows what position. I mean, if this is a striker, if EA do put him as a striker, that's going to make it just so much better, because 83 dribbling as a left winger doesn't really fancy me too much, but as a striker, central based, 83 dribbling still obviously isn't the most insane, but it's a lot more better than rather him being in that wide position. But I've kept him in the left wing position. Pace and shooting would of course be very nice. And then the final Europa League card is Aaron Cresswell. Benrahma also has a chance, to be fair. Zuma, players like Susek, I suppose, but I think Cresswell has been the best player out of all of them. He'd be okay, wouldn't he? But let's be honest about, Cancelo, Robertson are just they've just got far superior cards that will cost you like a couple 100,000 coins that would be worth buying over this Cresswell card. Now we move on into the Conference League. I put in a Feyenoord player, Sinstera, if that's how you pronounce his name. Now Feyenoord have had a few other decent players, but the two main kind of players in the group so far are both striker cards that are like silver, and I didn't want to go because the other position that the other player that I've got in this one is also as a striker. I don't think EA would choose two strikers from the Conference League, so I kind of decided to ignore the 2 silver cards from Feyenoord, who scored like maybe 3 or 4 goals. I go with Sinstera because he still scored 1 or 2 goals. He's provided at least 2 or 3 assists, which is still a good return. As an 83 rated, again, he'd be all right. I mean, pace and dribbling certainly. Shooting and passing would need to be bumped up a lot, and even then, it still wouldn't be the most insane. But I guess as a cheap card, I suppose he'd be a little bit of fun to be able to use alongside some of the other kind of squad foundation players. And then we finished with the 93 rated Harry Kane. I think he does have to get in there. He has been their top goal scorer for Spurs in the Conference League so far. Spurs haven't even played great. You know, they've lost a couple of games. They lost a goals against Mora the other day. They lost against Vitesse from from the Dutch league as well. So they've had a couple of defeats, but in games where they have played well, Kane has stepped up to the mark. He got a hat-trick in one game, and he scored as well and provided assists in other games as well. So I think he get in there and get a +2 rated increase on his inform. And that is my team in the group stage prediction. So yeah, about 8 to 10 UCL players that we put on there, 3 from the Europa League and then 2 from the Conference League as well. Is there anyone obvious that I've missed out? I suppose maybe Dybala could get in there. There are easy other players from Liverpool that can maybe get in alongside or maybe in place of Salah, maybe players from Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, Lille as well, to be fair, with Jonathan David. But of course, at the same time, I've done this in mind of what I think would be Team 1. I could still easily do another video of players that everyone could see in Team 2. As I said, Jonathan David, Dybala, I suppose Skriniar or Vidal or whatever from Inter Milan. But yeah, let me guys know what you think of this video. And yeah, I'm really, really excited for Team in the group stage to be able to come. Hopefully, it will be a good promo. But anyway, guys, that'll finish off this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.